Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, hello. So, have you ever been given a compliment that you know wasn't genuine? You know, like, wow, your hair looks really great today. And you know that it's in a ponytail and you haven't washed your hair for 3 days. Well, it's really important when we're working with children that we give them the praise and the encouragement, but it has to be genuine. Otherwise, they feel it like we do. It has to be genuine. And that's why I've put together a tip sheet to help parents and educators with what that looks like. My name's Norma Jean. I am the founder of Time to Shine Teaching and Coaching. I have been supporting children with their learning for the last 20 years and helping families come up with plans to help their children and best support them. And today, just like last week, I have a great giveaway for you guys. And in the spirit of Valentine's, this is all about how we can be loving towards our children. So this tip sheet and positive feedback for kids is going to offer you lots and lots of ideas on exact things that you can say that are genuine. It's also we'll talk to you about how we can gently correct errors, because in my world, there really aren't any errors. There's only good tries. And I know I've mentioned this before in past lives. It's like my kids, when I'm working with them, the pencils that I give them do not have an eraser because I don't want them to erase their work for a couple of reasons. For one, I can always look back on it and see the kinds of errors they're making. And that way I know how to structure my teaching so that I can cover where those errors are. And also, I don't want them to think they've made a mistake, because what they've done is a good effort. They've tried, and we're going to try again. And so, I always reckon it with, it's about building resilience in kids, really, isn't it? And fortitude, and saying to them, it's okay to make a mistake, right? People do make mistakes. And it's all about how do we correct. So I say to them, we don't need to erase it. We're going to give it a little hug, and then we're going to try again. Because think about all the people, had they given up the first time around, where would we be, right? If the Wright brothers hadn't continued working on that airplane, we'd still be doing a lot of walking and not seeing parts of the world that we are able to now. And Thomas Edison, if he'd given up, we'd still be using candles, right? And so I use those kind of examples with kids because they have to understand that it's okay to make errors. And especially when we're learning a new skill, like think about if you're learning to play guitar. If you gave up the first time you made a mistake, well, you'd never learn to play guitar. Same with soccer, same with whatever it is a child is learning, tying their shoes, whatever. It all takes effort and a bit of practice. And it's true when we're learning the English language as well, maybe more true than in other circumstances. So the tip sheet's going to give you top suggestions for ways that you can encourage them and acknowledge their success, but also how to acknowledge their errors, right? In a way that's really positive. Just as a for instance, I was working with a child last week and he was reading sight words, and the word through, as in I went through a tunnel, came up on a card, and he said rough. And I went, wow, look at you. That's so clever that you saw that. And I covered up the TH and I said, that does say rough. Wow. Now, what do you think it says when we put the TH in front? And then he was able to get it, and he didn't feel bad about having made that error. It was just a good try. And he actually did do something right in it. So I wanted to acknowledge that for him too. So hello to Ray, hello to Cindy. Thanks so much for hanging in here with me. Another thing I like to do is have a little celebration with kids when they accomplish something. And so that can look like 100 different things. But just for instance, we sometimes will pat ourselves on the back, or we'll do a Superman pose, or we'll just something quick and silly just to acknowledge their success and to keep it fun and light. Another thing that I wanted to just talk a little bit about too is, how we give gentle error correction when we're spelling and reading. And so I've given you a whole sheet of things that you can say or do. I've also talked about how do you keep a child motivated and wanting to keep going, and how to motivate even a moody child, because When things are difficult, and I know that we've all been in this position where we're trying to learn a new skill and it's frustrating, my goodness, I know in the past couple of years I've had to learn so much tech stuff that it makes my head spin. And I know what it feels to feel overwhelmed and like I just want to give up. And so I can really empathize with kids when they're feeling that way too. So anyways, this is for free today. I'm going to put the link in the comments below so you can just download it for free. And I hope you really enjoy it. And before I let you go, last week I actually shared another freebie with you, a Valentine's freebie on how to spell the sight word heart. And I won't go over the whole thing. You can always look back, but he loves art with all his heart, and I know that that's backwards to you, but I have this little grumpy monster, and we talk about all the things that he doesn't like anything. There's only one thing he likes, and I have the kids guess what that one thing might be, and then I'll get pepperoni pizza and swimming and whatever. But the truth is, what he really loves is art. He loves art. He loves art with all his heart. And so it comes with all the materials to teach that and to spell that, to read that. And that's also a free download. I'm going to put that link in the comments below as well. And happy Valentine's, upcoming Valentine's to you all. And I hope that it's that feeling of love and appreciation is one that we can hold on to all year round. And if you have any questions or you have any challenges that you're facing right now, either in your classroom or your homeschool setting or your learning pods, please reach out. I'm a reading and spelling specialist. I have nearly 20 years of working with kids and teaching them how to read and spell, and an amazing amount of success stories under my belt. But I also worked for 20 years in special ed, so I actually have a lot of expertise in other subject areas and tricks and tools and strategies for helping kids learn. All kids learn, because all kids can learn. So that's me tuning out, everybody. Happy teaching, happy Thursday, and I hope that your weekend is wonderful. Bye.